Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Barry here again, and today we're going to make a new video. I'm going to do something different today that I've never done before. I'm going to make a catch can for the rat rod. Got our steel here. This is some 3-inch pipe and some 3/16 flat bar that I'm going to cut circles out of here for the caps. Going to make it probably 6 to 8 inches long, something that I can put a baffle in about right here, and some steel wool down at the bottom to collect the oil and let the exhaust go out through. So we're going to cut it off now and get started. I've got the catch can body cut to length. I cut it at 6 inches. I figured that would be lots of room. Could hold probably half a quart of oil before I would empty it. So now what we have to do is cut out the bottom cap, and then I'll move it over here, cut out the top cap, and maybe even a baffle like over here in the middle somewhere. So we'll fire up the plasma cutter and get that cut out. I've got the bottom cap welded on. That came out okay. There's a lot of hard edges around there I'm going to clean up with the buffer wheel and a grinder after. Next step is to make the baffle the right size. Of course now it lays right on top, so I'm going to grind that down some so it fits snug down about halfway down into the catch can, and drill a pile of holes in it, and that should serve pretty well as a baffle. I think I bent the drill bit. Never really followed a pattern or anything. I just drilled a bunch of holes till the drill bit broke and chamfered the edges of the holes so it'll get good flow, and this should work fine as a baffle. So the baffle is laid in the body of the catch can. I got it about halfway down, but every time I move it, it falls to the bottom, so I'm just going to leave it there, tack it, make sure it's pretty well square, and then weld it up solid. next step is to make a drain. So what I'm going to do is drill a hole in here and get a quarter pipe tap and screw this one into the bottom, and then this here is going to be the actual drain plug. So what's going to happen is this is going to be epoxied into the bottom of the catch can, and I'll be able to unscrew the plug, let the oil drain out of here, and then put the plug back in it. Now we're going to get ready and tap the hole so we can screw our drain plug in. And this is the tap here. I think it's a quarter pipe thread or eighth pipe thread. I'm not exactly sure. But we'll get ready and screw this in here now. And I'm going to screw it in all the way so this one here bottoms out so I can run epoxy through it and make sure it's very well sealed. So we got it so it's about 1/8 of an inch away from being seated flush, so that way I can put some epoxy on the threads and under the head of this and tighten it in with a wrench, and it should never come out. Got the drain plug in, so it's threaded all the way to the bottom with Permatex 5-minute epoxy. This stuff is crazy and it dries super fast, so you got to be ready as soon as you mix it. You better be ready to install the part that you have there. So I'll let this harden up and then start working on the cap with the 2 hoses in from each valve cover and the vent. Watch your eyes. Got the 2 inlets and the vent tube all in place and epoxied in, and I went to the dollar store and got some steel wool. assembled, painted, ready to hook up on the rat rod and see if we can make some smoke, catch some oil. So seems to be that's pretty much it for today. The next video I'll be installing it on the truck and running a hose from the vent tube here down alongside the frame of the truck so it can evacuate the old fumes. And the reason I'm going to do that is because I don't want any smell of oil inside the cab. It's a 1957 Chev truck with no seals on the doors, and you know it ventilates fairly well, so I don't want any smell of smoke or oil inside the cab. I also got some really good news today that the spool that I ordered for my rear diff has passed customs and it's kind of crossed the border into Canada, and I'll have it for next week. So hopefully in the next week or two I'll be making a video of assembling the rear diff, bolting on the ring gear, setting up the backlash, bolting in the pinion, and installing in the rear end into the truck, and setting up the 4-link, adjusting the coil springs. A lot of stuff to come. Have a good day, everybody.